Hey guys, yet another finger here on YouTube. So today I'm going to be making these Demon Slayer characters sushi rolls. I've been really wanting to try to make it ever since I saw the Demon Slayer sushi roll kit and the picture released with it. I eventually decided not to buy it because I already have a sushi roll maker and it's quite expensive. But honestly, the Demon Slayer sushi roll kit looks super cool and convenient, and the recipe today is mostly based on the recipe book included in the kit. So the credit goes to it as well, and I really do recommend you to check it out. But in this video, I'm going to show you how I made my version of the sushi rolls step by step. So hopefully you find it helpful if you'd also like to make it yourself. So first of all, ingredients preparation is especially important for this recipe. There are many different ways to dye the rice different colors for each character. I'm not sure what the recipe book used to make the color look that good as shown in the picture, but personally I chose to use Kinoko rice for the face and skin. Kinoko rice is a type of Japanese rice cooking method that uses soy sauce, which makes the rice turn out to be a bit like skin color. And I have to say it tastes super good. I personally used this pre-mixed Kinoko rice package, but I'll leave a link in the description for its recipe from scratch in case you need it. So for this, I used a rice cup and a half of sushi rice, which end up giving me around 500 grams of Kinoko rice. Next, I also cooked another rice cup of sushi rice separated from the Kinoko rice, which turned out to be around 300 grams of plain white rice. I divided it into 3 portions. 150 grams is for Inosuke's face. I dyed it gray with seaweed powder. Another 75 grams is for Tanjiro's body. I mixed it with pesto sauce to dye it green. The rest of the 75 grams is for Zenyizi's body. I mixed it with curry powder to dye it yellow. Nezuko's body is a bit special. Since it's pink, I decided instead of rice, I'd use this powder made of mochi rice that is usually the main ingredient for sakura mochi, which by the way is Kanroji's favorite food. I only know about this dessert because of Demon Slayer as well. So since this powder is already pink, I just mixed 30 grams of it with 45 grams of hot water. And after 30 minutes, it's ready. Now that the rice is all prepared, for the sushi roll itself, we'll also be needing sushi roll seaweed sheets and thin hot dogs. To make the mouth for Tanjiro and Zenyizi, cut a hot dog in half like this and roll it up with a seaweed sheet. The other round uncut hot dog is for Inosuke's nose. I'm going to make my sushi roll with this sushi roll maker I have, but you should be able to make this whichever way you usually make sushi rolls. I initially wanted to make everyone's face in one roll, so I added Kinoko rice till about 2/3 and seaweed rice for the rest. I placed Inosuke's nose in when the rice filled up about half of the round mold. Then cover the nose completely with more rice until it fills the entire mold. With this sushi kit, I can just cut the roll according to the guideline, which is very convenient. The Inosuke's face turned out pretty well the first try, but I accidentally put too much for the Kinoko rice side and it looks kinda weird as you can see. And plus, I forgot to make some without the hot dog mouth for Nezuko's face. So I ended up remaking another roll only with Kinoko rice. Just beware that the hot dog mouth is supposed to be very close to the bottom of the face. For the body, I'm making square-sized sushi rolls slightly smaller than the round heads. Then we're ready to decorate the rolls into each character. The Demon Slayer sushi roll kit comes with the mold for the character's hair for you to cut the seaweed into shapes. But since I don't have that, I drew it myself according to the picture and cut out the shape out of cardboard. And here are all the ingredients I used for decoration. I'm going to start with Nezuko. For hair, I used mozzarella cheese slice as the base and placed a piece of seaweed on top. Leave it for about a minute until the seaweed is softened a bit. Then, with the mold on top as a cutting guideline, I used my carving knife to slowly carve the shape accordingly. And the back of her hair is ready, so I started plating it with the sushi rolls. Then I carved the front of her hair using the same method. For the ribbon on her hair, I used hem to carve out the shape. As for eyes, I used a straw to press a mark onto the seaweed, then slowly carve out the shape. I also used seaweed flakes to make her some cute lashes. Here I'm including the cheese slice underneath the seaweed for the eyes part, but I later decided that it was better to remove the cheese and use only seaweed for eyes. For her bamboo, I found some green beans in the fridge and thought it was perfect for it, so I cut a small part of it, boiled it a bit, and placed it onto her face. Finally, after carving a kimono belt out of hem, it is done. Next, I'm going to be making Tanjiro. Firstly, I made his scar out of hem. Then, again with the same method as Nezuko, I carved his hair. Tanjiro's hair is probably the most difficult to carve out of everyone because there are a lot of spikes and angles. But still, if being slow and careful, it's totally doable even for people who have no experience with character bento box or sushi rolls like me. Then the eyes. And seaweed flakes for his eyebrow. I also carved his earrings out of cheese. For his Demon Slayer uniform under his green haori, I cut a rectangle out of seaweed. And for the buttons, I used a straw smaller than the one I used for their eyes and cut circles out of cheese. And it's done. Moving on to Inosuke. For his body, I used meat floss for the furry part of his pants. Then I made his nostrils out of seaweed flakes and cut tiny cheese triangles for his teeth. As for his eyes, I firstly used a straw for eyes to make a mark and cut the shape of his eyes around the circle. Then the pupil part is the same as the other characters. Finally, I made his ears out of the leftover sausages. Then it's done. Finally, Zenyizi. Unfortunately, he did not turn out as well as the other characters as you can see, which is also why I did not put him in the thumbnail. I think it's because the sausage mouth is too far away from the bottom, which kinda makes it look like he has double chin. But I'd still like to share the making process with you. So because his hair is already yellow, there's really no need for seaweed, just cheese is enough. Then I cut his smiley eyes out of seaweed. And made his Demon Slayer uniform the same way as Tanjiro. So that's it for everything. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like if you did, and please subscribe to join me on my finger journey. I also have an Instagram account where I post my anime fan art, fan-made comic series, and so on. So if you're interested and would like to check it out, that's always appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.